Thank you for coming, everyone. We're going to begin the event. My name is Philip Gritzmacher. I'm a planner with the City of Sun Prairie, and I'm happy to help kick off this event. Our first speaker will be Sun Prairie Mayor Paul Esser.
Thank you, Philip. Well, I want to welcome you all here today to Sun Prairie, and I want to thank you for being here on this special day for the City of Sun Prairie. We're gathered here today to celebrate the beginning of bus service between Sun Prairie and Madison, as well as recognize this park and ride that we're standing in that was unpaved, I believe, a week ago at this time. So this has all happened very quickly. It's really just been a year since Metro Transit approached us about the initiation of this service. At first blush, you would think this event is simply about bus service and possibly park and ride, but actually there is so much more going on here, and I want to tell you about that. There are some things that you ought to hear about. First of all, for Sun Prairie, this is the start of something we're absolutely going to need in our future. In the future of these communities in Dane County, like Sun Prairie and like Madison, we're not going to be able to continue to rely on people getting about by their personal vehicles. The roads are simply going to get too crowded, and it is not going to work. We need transit service like this. So what we're doing here today is not only celebrating the beginning, we are literally touching the future of Sun Prairie when you look at that bus. This bus service is an economic matter for us, an economic development matter because it will enable people to get out to Sun Prairie to work, shop, and recreate, as well as people from Sun Prairie. I can hold the sign too, as well as people from Sun Prairie to get into Madison, so it broadens the reach of everybody. Sun Prairie has transportation challenges based on affordability. There are people in this community that cannot afford transportation, and we need to have access to a system like Metro Transit in order to provide that transportation need. So Route 23, the route that is coming out here, isn't simply the end of our transportation reach. In fact, it is merely the beginning. We intend to build upon what is being started here today. This event today comes about because of joint cooperation between Madison and Sun Prairie. It comes about because the leaders in both communities believe the people of our communities are better served when we work together. Mayor Rhodes Conway, in her short time as the mayor of the City of Madison, has shown us in the suburban communities that she wants to work with us, and this event is a reflection of that cooperation. All of us, suburban mayors and village presidents, applaud her on her efforts to work with us. And then, by this relationship, the relationship of Sun Prairie with Metro Transit, Sun Prairie is stating its support for Metro Transit to be the inner city bus service for Dane County. Now, you won't see that if you're standing here, but from my perspective, that's extremely important, and I want to say that to you again. And by this relationship, Sun Prairie is stating its support for Metro Transit to be the intercity bus service provider for Dane County. And that speaks to the future. Finally, there are many people who have had a part in getting us here today, and I can't name them all, but Mayor Sadia, Deputy Mayor Leslie Orantia, Tom Lynch, who is here with us, the Director of Transportation for the City of Madison, Chuck Camp, the General Manager of Metro Transit, and all of the Metro Transit staff, and many people are here today, have had a hand in this. From the Sun Prairie side, City Administrator Aaron Oppenheimer and City Planning leaders Scott Kugler and Tim Simon have been instrumental in what's happened here today. But from the Sun Prairie side of this story, there are two people that I must identify and thank because they have been critical to this day due to their persistence and patience. City Council member Al Guyant, there he is, the sign guy, and City of Sun Prairie Transportation Planner Philip Gritzmacher, through their continuing efforts and the efforts of the Sun Prairie Transportation Commission, have made this day possible. And I want to thank both of you for your efforts on our behalf. Thank you, fellas. The future of Sun Prairie owes you a debt of gratitude. I told you you'd never get a plaque or a proclamation from this, but you will go down in the future as being instrumental to the future growth and development of Sun Prairie. So now my time is up. It's time for me to step aside and let you hear from the next person. But again, I want to thank you all for being here today and to join us in the celebration of what is going to be an enhancement in the quality of life for the people of Sun Prairie. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Mayor. Our next speaker is Tom Lynch, the Director of Transportation for the City of Madison.
This is so exciting. It's exciting to expand service, and it's exciting to develop deep partnerships. So Dane County is thriving, right? We see the growth every time we drive down the road. Right now, Dane County is projected to get another 100,000 people, another 85,000 jobs by 2050. Okay, and so that is going to produce about 800,000 new trips daily. Okay, to give that in perspective, East Washington Avenue carries 50,000 trips daily. So those are the type of transportation challenges that we as a region are going to be facing. And the thing about it is that a job, whether it's in Sun Prairie or Madison, or a house, whether it's in Sun Prairie or Madison, causes the whole region to thrive, right? We're really in this together. And because we're in this together, we need to work on the transportation challenges together. That's why these cooperations, these partnerships that Metro has with Sun Prairie and Fitchburg and Middleton, and your partnership with us are so important because we need to address it together. As I was at the BRT meeting last night, I think the next 5 years are going to be some of the most exciting as far as regional transportation than we've seen in 30 years. I really think it's going to be that dramatic and that exciting, and we just want to make sure that we have as many people on the bus, you might say, as partners as we can. So thank you very much. I'll lead to the next person on the agenda.
Thank you, Tom. Next speaker is Chuck Camp, General Manager of Metro Transit.
It is beyond words to describe how wonderful it is to be here today. Since the mayor mentioned a few of the Sun Prairie staff, I just want to thank them again, but also all of the leaders in Sun Prairie, from the mayor to the city council, to the staff, and to all citizens of Sun Prairie. Metro Transit is a regional system, and every time we have a sense that we're improving our regional service, we feel we're providing better service to the community. And for those of us who are in the nuts and bolts of public transportation, This is why we got into public service, to help individuals lead more productive and more satisfied lives. And I was going to tell a story before I finish my thanks, and the story was going to be on a trip I took a year or so ago, but instead, one of our employees in the city was riding the bus this morning on Route 23, and an individual came up and asked him, how does this work? Is there going to be a bus at this park and ride lot? And our engineer, Jerry Shipp, has said, yes, there will be regular service coming from here. And this employee works at an apartment complex off of State Street in downtown Madison and has been walking over an hour to get to our nearest bus, and now lives by a bus stop on Route 23 and will be able to get to his job back and forth. I need to just share with you that the reason I'm in this job and love it passionately is because I get to hear stories like that. I know all of you are helping Metro to provide this service today. So on behalf of all of Metro who have helped us bring this bus into service, Jeff Butler in the back, if you could wave your hand, and Tim Sabota, who worked with Philip Gritzmacher off here, I would like to say thank you and congratulations.
And our final speaker is Sun Prairie Alder and Transit Commission Chair Al Guyan.
Thank you. My comments are going to be just like me, short and sweet. So first of all, I want to thank Philip Gritzmacher for his awesome help and his great character. I have 3 daughters and no sons, but if I had a son, I would hope my son would be like Philip. So thank you, Philip. He is that good in every way. I'm chair of the Transit Commission as well as an alder, and I promise you within a year we will bring forth expansion options to the council and working with Metro. So we are ready to expand to more citizens, particularly those who aren't able to drive. And when Metro is ready, we're going to be ready. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now the ribbon cutting.
Jason here from downtown Madison.
All right, so everybody come on up to the ribbon here. So, yes, Mayor, if you are ready, we'll do it on 3. The guys in the end hold it nice and tight, right? All right, get ready. We got 1, 2, 3. Yeah!